I'm Davy. I'm awesome. And welcome to Davy's Awesome Stories, where I tell funny stories from my past or go on a rant in an effort to make you laugh. So those of you who've been watching for a while, I've told many stories about how bad I was with the lady folk. I was definitely not what you would describe as a ladies' man. I wasn't good at getting girls to go out with me. Wasn't very good at getting them to go out with me more than once. Definitely didn't make a lot of relationship out of things. Just was never good at being single. But someone pointed out to me recently, after going back and watching a bunch of those videos, which is what I'm going to tell my sons to do when they ask me for advice about women in the future. I'm going to tell them, okay, here's what you do. Go watch the videos I've made about me with girls, and then don't. But what this person pointed out is most of these stories I have about how bad I was with girls were all from when I was a young adult, until I got married. Well, up to and including getting married. And he said most of the stories he has about how awkward he was with women were when he was a teenager. Don't I have any stories like that? I do, just not many. As a teenager, I didn't try very hard, because when I did try, I tried too hard, and it ended badly. As a young adult, I occasionally got to the point where I was like, well, I guess I gotta try or I'm gonna be single forever. As a teenager, I was like, yeah, I got time. I'll just sit here and be quiet and not say anything, and hopefully somebody will say something to get us talking and I will be smooth. That never happened either. But I'm gonna tell you a few stories about how badly it went as a teenager trying to get girls. Now, like I said, I didn't approach girls very much when I was a teenager. It just didn't happen. The only way I would get to talking to a girl is if we were put in situations where we had to talk, like we were in class together, or I knew mutual friends. We'd talk. And as time went on and I got more and more comfortable, we'd talk more and more, and they'd find out I wasn't the creeper they thought I was. But I will say this, most of the time that people think I'm a creeper, it's because I'm quiet. When I don't know anybody, I'm that person that just sits there and doesn't say anything. It's something that pretty much every introvert wants people to understand it. When we're quiet, it's not because we're creepers, it's not because we think we're better than you, it's because we just have nothing to say. And unlike you extroverted people, we'd rather say nothing than just spit the random crap that comes out of people's mouths. But then oftentimes when people force us to not say nothing, we say the kind of random crap that spews out of people's mouths. But occasionally, my friends would try to help me out. Especially my best friend, author Ken Lindsay, author of the Gavin English series and the River Runes, available at kenlindsaybooks.com. He was always trying to help me out. He was my best friend, and best friends are always trying to hook each other up. One of the times his idea was to hook me up with the sister of the girl he was going out with at the time. His girlfriend was on board, she wanted to hook me up with her sister too, so they set up a time for everybody to get together and meet. My friend, his girlfriend, a friend of his with his girlfriend, and her sister. It was like a triple double date, I guess. I don't know what that would be called. We were all going to go out, go see a movie and everything, and throughout the entire time, he's trying to get me to talk to her, but I don't know her. So I'm not comfortable, and I got nothing. Wasn't going to comment on the movie. The movie was terrible. And I honestly seemed to be the only person there who thought that way. But the moment I blew it, we're all hanging out after the movie. We're all talking. Conversation goes and goes and goes. And again, throughout the night, everyone's talking. I'm just sitting there. And not only is my best friend trying to get me to talk to her, so is the friend that he brought, who after that night was basically my friend. He's a good guy. It's kind of funny that night, him and I were the ones that hit it off. But in the midst of trying to get me to talk, the subject of people who smoke came up and girls who smoke and whatnot. And I kind of wish they would have prepared me, because at one point, his friend, who, I'll go ahead and just say his name, he wouldn't care, Derek, looks at me and goes, I don't really care if they smoke. What do you think, Davy? What do I think? I don't want to be around girls that smoke. They stink. An honest answer, I thought, but then, you ever say something and then it just gets quiet? Like everybody can't believe what you said, and I'm just thinking, like, what? Because here's the thing. My best friend didn't smoke. Yes, Derek smoked, but wasn't planning on getting that close to him. I don't know if his girlfriend ever smoked. In fact, I don't think they were boyfriend and girlfriend much longer after that, because I never saw her again. Even Ken's girlfriend didn't smoke. But then, after the conversation picked back up, enough to drown us out, Derek leans in and whispers, just so you know, dude, she smokes. Yeah, the one they were trying to hook me up with was a smoker. Now, I'd like to tell you that I kind of picked up on, okay, said it, it's out there, not going to happen, but that's not how it went. I tried to call her, didn't go well. Basically just kept making excuses of why she didn't have time to hang out with me, and I didn't get the hint until one time I called, my best friend was there, and he was the one who picked up the phone and was like, dude, let it go. Why? I thought you wanted to hook me up with her. I did, but you blew it. She doesn't like you. What? Why? What did I do? You basically said she stinks. Then again, I'm okay with that one failing because Well, sorry. If you're a smoker, date other smokers. Because when you're not a smoker to us, you stink. Then fast forward a few months, I've gotten my first job, working at McDonald's. I was 14, the youngest you were legally allowed to work at the time. It was basically the only place that would hire a 14-year-old at the time. And it turned out that a girl I went to school with had also gotten hired around the same time as me, so it put us in a position where we had to talk to each other. And luckily, I never said anything bad. We would just simply talk. And as a few weeks went by, more and more we're talking. I'm making her laugh by insulting the customers. Because yes, I've been doing that since the moment I've been working with them. And the day comes that I just ask, hey, you want to hang out sometime? Sure, we can hang out. Let me give you my number. Reason she shouldn't have done that is because for somebody like me, who didn't get numbers all the time, that was too exciting. So exciting that I broke the carnal rule, the stupid carnal rule, and called her as soon as I got home. And called her pretty much every day after that to the point she stopped answering. A few days later, my friend Ken comes over again. He's got a new girlfriend now, and there's a new movie out. We all want to go see it. And she feels awkward about me being the third wheel. I didn't feel awkward. I was used to it. So Ken goes, didn't you say that one girl gave you her phone number? Call her. Which I was like, yeah, great idea. So I did. No answer. But again, I'm like 14 years old. I don't know the rules. So what do? I'm like, we got a couple hours before we gotta go. I'll wait a few minutes and I'll call her again. No answer. Wait another few minutes. I'll call again. No answer. And I'm leaving messages. And it's not occurring to me that I'm coming off as a creeper. And then her little brother answers the phone. And you can tell he's not happy. What? Hi. Is Jen there? No! Okay. Is she coming back anytime soon? No! Okay, because my name's Davy and I just wanted to invite her to a movie. She's not here! Is something wrong? You've been calling all day. You call every day. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to see if she wanted to go with us. Stop calling! Bye! And he hung up. So we go on with our plans without her, but while dissecting it, my friend and I are talking, and when I told him how I'd been talking to her a lot, he basically got the hint of like, dude, calling that much, you're coming off as a creeper. How? You can't call every day like that. Why not? I like her. I thought she liked me. What's the problem? She probably did until you did that. Now, I would like to tell you that I saw her later, apologized to her, cleared everything up, but no. She quit and told people we worked with that she quit because she didn't want to be around me. As bad as that was, though, that summer, probably the most creeper I ever got. And again, I didn't even think about it. Where I lived, we had a pool in the backyard, there was a girl I liked, and my friend suggested, you gotta invite her over. To do what? To which my mom chimed in. You should invite her over to go swimming. Which I was like, yeah, good idea, except one problem. I don't have her number. Look her up in the phone book. Ah, the phone book. See, kids, we used to have these things back in the day. It was an entire book of every phone number in the town you lived in. The yellow pages were for businesses. Like if you needed the number to a pizza place or a doctor's office. The white pages were residential. If you needed the number of somebody who didn't have an unlisted number. Which as an adult, thinking about it, that's kind of the weirdest extortion thing I ever heard of. If you didn't want your name and address in this big book for any stranger to be able to find on a whim, you had to pay a monthly fee to be unlisted. That's like you going to the phone company and saying, hey, I don't want everybody knowing my number and address. Can you just not put it in your book? Oh, sure. We'll keep your personal information out of our book. If you pay us. But back to the story. I was like, good idea. I know her first and last name. Looked for it. Found it. Called her. And of course, she was doing the nice girl thing of rejecting me, but being nice about it, making up that she was just way too busy to come over at any point, any time in the foreseeable future. But then she asked the question, by the way, how did you get my number? I looked it up in the phone book. You could tell she was uncomfortable. We hung up. And then my friend, whose idea it was to look at a phone book in the first place, goes, why did you tell her that? Because that's how we got her number. You don't tell her you got it from a phone book. You tell her you got it from a friend, and then just pretend you don't remember which friend. Now, I'd like to tell you that after that experience, I just gave up and Ken and I just went swimming and enjoyed our day. No! He asks, anybody else you like? Let's look at the phone book and call them. We did find another girl that I had a little crush on. And I brilliantly say, I just figured maybe, hey, you want to come hang out? I got a pool. You can, bring your swimsuit. Go swimming. As soon as we hung up the phone and my friend asked me, bring your swimsuit? You have any idea how creepy that sounded? I didn't until you asked me that. Because yes, as soon as he asked me, do I understand how creepy that is? It did occur to me how creepy it was. It was almost as creepy as if I would have said, why don't you come over and hang out so I can see you in a bikini? But that's not what I was saying. Now, I'll dig around in the vault in my mind and maybe come up with some more stories for you guys in the future about how creepy I was as a teenager trying to talk to girls. But I don't know if I will be able to, because this is why I didn't try to talk to girls when I was a teenager. So there you have it. That's my story video this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, hit that little bell so you get notifications when I post new videos, and leave a comment. Tell me if you've got any stories about this where you realize how creepy you were after the fact. Love you guys.